Well, I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. All the episodes can't be long. Now, this probably won't be the shortest one. I think the shortest one was just under 2 minutes. That is for the model ship. I'm just getting started here this afternoon, and it's going on for 2, sort of. So I've soldered up a couple more of these little brackets, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to swing the camera around and have it look in right like this. I don't want to move everything because it took me quite a while to get it all adjusted just right. So I'll swing it around and show you what I did, and I'll move in a bit. Okay, now I don't have the soldering iron turned on, obviously, so I'll use this as a poking device or pointing device. Now I'm noticing that I'm going to have to move this one bracket towards me just a little bit. It's not all the way in that slot. But what I've done here that I wanted to point out is I'm using a pair of tweezers as a heat sink, and so I don't need to worry about the heat traveling all the way along here and melting this connection. At least that did work when I did this one and this one. It didn't melt this one or this one, if you know what I mean. Anyway, let's see if I can just adjust this just a little bit here. There, I got it. Okay, now this right now is in pretty much the right position. I might have to bend these brackets just very, very slightly afterwards to get them so that they're in line with each other, and otherwise they're not going to fit flush on the back of the turret assembly or whatever it is we're going to be mounting this thing on. So what I'll do is I'll put the macro lens on, and what I want to try to do is I did not do it with these two connections, but what I want to try to do is see if I can't, after I get a little bit of flux on there like we did over here, I want to see if I can cut a little sliver of solder with the hobby knife and just sort of lay it down in place and then touch it. If you remember, any of you who watched Nigel's episode on soldering photo etch, he was talking about bead, what do you call, solder beads, and I did try to find those. They're not readily available here in Canada, at least not that I could find out. Oh, speaking of solder, the solder is supposed to be delivered today. It went out for delivery this morning already, but now it's going on for 2 o'clock and it's still not here, so we'll probably be looking at it tomorrow now. Anyway, enough talk here. Let's put the macro lens on and see if we can do this last one. Now, right after I took that shot there, I looked up in my window, and here's the delivery coming. And so I went out and met him, and it's starting to rain out. But, you know, like they say, without April showers, we don't get May flowers. At least that's what they say here in Winnipeg. Hey, this stuff is harder than I thought. I wonder if maybe I should try the solder that came with the soldering iron. Yeah, this is kind of hard for some reason. Okay, you know what? Why don't I get the solder that we just got delivered, for goodness sakes? What am I thinking of here? Okay, I think we've made ourselves enough room here. And 2 packages. Now, I know I had ordered 2 things, actually 3, but one I wasn't expecting until tomorrow. This might be it, I don't know. And once again, I'll be able to cut out the places where I have to fight my way into the envelope. Okay, here's the 2 items. We got the solder that I showed you yesterday, And also, I don't think I mentioned it, but I got some tip tinner. We'll look at that. I've never used this before. I know what it is, but I've never used it. All right, now oh yeah, you know what? I forgot. I'd ordered light bulbs. Okay, so there is still something, excuse me, coming tomorrow. In the meantime, let's sample this solder, and I'm thinking that possibly the melting point of this solder is a little lower than this solder. At least I'm hoping it is. This is 1 millimeter. It should cut. We should be able to cut off a little piece. Anyway, let's reset up here. Okay, get our plexiglass down. We got a little dot here. We'll try and get it more or less in the center. And we'll put the macro lens on in a second here. Yeah, we should be able to cut that off. That's a lot less in diameter. Now, I thought I'd just show the stuff we were trying to cut a little while ago that I was saying was so hard. Quite a bit larger in diameter. Now, we don't need very much. Oh, that didn't work, did it? There we go. Okay. Get back there. Yeah, that's... I would think that will be enough. Let me get the other piece here that we're going to be trying to solder. Okay. No. Now you can see here when you get the piece that we're going to actually be soldering up against this little tiny piece here, you realize that that's probably going to be enough. And like once again, just for perspective. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, I think something like that'll work. If I get some flux on there, it's probably going to stick in the flux. Then when I get the heat close to it, the idea is it's supposed to just run into place. I think it'll work. But you know what, folks? I think we're going to leave that for tomorrow. Because I want to be able to take my time at this, and at this moment it's actually after 3 o'clock, and I don't like to have to rush with something like this, because then I end up making mistakes and bending stuff out of shape, and then I get myself all out of shape. So thanks for watching, everybody, and all being well, we'll see you tomorrow, and all being well, we'll have another box opening. I think you'll like it.